Want us to talk about parents and children. Okay, I want to. There's this. Let me create this scenario now. Let's say, growing up, your mom had this business she used to do, or had this job she used to do. Now you've gotten older and richer. You try to stop her, and she says, "No, if I stop, I'm going to die." Will you leave her to keep doing the job, or maybe you create the environment, you make the environment rather conducive for her so she can still do what she likes doing, but in a polished way? Okay, for example, I used to have this neighbor. He would buy really expensive things for his girlfriend. The day he showed me his mom, I was surprised. She actually sells roasted corn somewhere around Uniports. I was shocked. I was like, why is your mom doing this? And I say, "Ah, I'm not the only child. I mean, am I the only one who set her up? Let her children, he has like six brothers and two sisters." So I was like, no, this is wrong. You have the money. I know sometimes you buy like very expensive gifts for your girlfriend. He puts it on his status, and the girl will be dancing wahala for who no get better boyfriend and all that. So for me, charity begins at home, and this is very common with men, because I know an average woman makes money, and the first thing that comes to her mind is how to help her family, how to improve her family. Let's use Mesieke, for example. She won Big Brother, sent her two brothers to Canada, set her sister up, and generally changed the fortune of her family. Same thing with Alex Unusual, and who else? I think Dorothy too. Helped her family, and that is how it should be. I don't really know why. It's very common among Nigerian men. They make money, they don't really care about their family. They'll rather spend money on girls or on their friends. Why? If you see some of them, if you see their sisters, if you see their parents, they don't look good. I'm not saying you should give everything to your family, but at least your family should feel the impact of your money, especially when you're single. So that way, when you get married, there won't be this talk of, oh, his wife changed him. He was this before. He doesn't give. This, that. Let your family enjoy your money. So when you get married, they'll be like, okay, he was actually giving before he got married, but now we get that he's married, he has responsibilities and all that. But some men don't give at all, like completely. They don't care. But all they know is the moment their parents die, wow, because their friends will be coming, they want to polish them. I remember some time ago, my friend was running this hotel somewhere around Transamadi. So there was a couple a couple was getting married, and they lodged their friends in that hotel. So I remember when the groom came, he paid for suites for his friends, the bride's friends, and then he said to the receptionist, "Please, I want the smallest room. What's the cost of the smallest room?" The receptionist was like, "Okay, the smallest room is 15,000." I said, "Okay, that's where my mom will stay." And I was like, wow, so your mom is not good enough to stay in a very comfortable room. So eventually I met his mom. When she came, the woman didn't look good. If not that, probably he's being that he was getting married, he needed his mom to be present, probably he wouldn't have even brought her there and all that. So most times I see some men do very big things for their in-laws while their immediate family suffer, which to me is very wrong. Like, it is wrong. I always say to people that I don't expect what I can't dish. I will never place my in-laws above my own family. It's not possible. I won't do that. I'll care for them, but I won't say, okay, I'm giving my family 10 naira. I'll now give my in-laws 80 naira, so they will like me, so they will love me, and so they'll call me names. No, I won't do that. My family will always come first. And I also expect my husband to always put his family first above mine. Like, I wouldn't expect him to, let's say, buy cars for my parents when his parents are still trekking. I mean, that's really unfair, because I won't do that too. Of course I won't do it. So men especially, I don't know if I should streamline it to Nigerian men, should actually learn to be more thoughtful and in touch with their emotions. I mean, especially, that's why you see some women, when they don't have girls, they are complaining, "Oh my god, who will look after me when I'm old?" And stuff like that. But I've really seen men who genuinely care for their parents. I must make it very clear. Like my dad really cared for his mom. My dad cared. In fact, his mom died in our family house. in my parents' house, where she had a room towards the end of her life. My dad moved her from the village to our house. He had a doctor and a nurse come to look after her, to come to care for her like every other week. She died in our house. That was the kind of person my dad was. He cared for his mom, bought things for his mom, even more than his sisters ever did. He was like the go-to person. His mom would call him, okay, his mom would send for him. Then there was no phone. We send for him, he'll come. Even okay, every Christmas we'll go to the village. Mother's Day, my dad will pack all of us to the village to go and spend time with his mom.